Hi guys and ladies, I found a recipe online that looks like a real winner. It's baked tilapia with a creamy pecorino romano crust, and I think I can do this with my own fish. So I got all the ingredients at the supermarket except, of course, the fish. So let's pick some up at our own market. I'm gonna make my first cast right here off the dock. He's just big enough, I could tell you. Got him. Okay, all right, a nice one. I just let the bait sink and finally felt a tick. Let me show you what I'm using today. It's a little tiny crawfish, about 1.5 inches long. It's so tiny, and it's on a 1/32 ounce jig head. I don't know the name of it. I searched the Google for like 6 hours. I could not find a duplicate of this. Oh, I love it. Look how big and fat it is. I might get enough for this recipe after all. Here. Be big. Be big. It's big. It's big enough. Yes. Got something. All right, summertime and the fishing is easy. Okay. This is a little bass under 12 inches. We're supposed to remove this size from the lake because the scientists that did the electroshock survey here said there are too many of them, and there still are today. Oh, that's so good. Oh, and that just felt good. It is good. Oh, it's a good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A big male. You know why it's male? Because you could see that it's darker. Almost black. Black and blue. I can't believe it. It's raining out here. The weather forecast for this time was 4% chance of rain. Not 40. 4. And I hear thunder too. And frogs. Oh, a good enough one. Okay, a storm is brewing, but look at this. I have plenty of fish for this recipe. Let's get back in the house and fillet these guys, and tomorrow we'll make that pecorino romano fish. 4% chance of rain. Help! Get me out of this! I was at the wrong end of the lake. I was never so thoroughly drenched in my life as I was yesterday, but despite the soaking rain, we were able to get almost 1.5 pounds of these nice, mostly bluegill fillets. But before we get on to our pecorino romano fishies, let's whip up a quick and easy low-carb side. This recipe is so easy, you're going to be doing it a lot. It's creamed spinach, and let's start off with about 3 tablespoons of butter. We're going to melt it on low heat. Now our butter's all melted. I'm going to add a tablespoon of diced garlic. This is the stuff from the jar. And it's so much easier. Let's let this go 2 or 3 minutes. We're still on low heat. Look how nice our garlic looks. Here are a couple bags of spinach. 16 ounces total. You see why you need a really big skillet? You have to gently turn this now as it wilts. Look, our spinach is a mere 1/2 of what it was. And I'm going to add this cream cheese, 1/2 brick. That's 4 ounces of cream cheese. We're going to let this melt and incorporate it. Here's a 1/2 teaspoon or less of salt. Let's just add that. Doesn't need too much. A teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I've got 6 tablespoons of Romano cheese from that plastic container. This is the shredded stuff, you know, the cheap stuff. Romano. It's not pecorino Romano, but you know, it's good. Good enough. Let's add that and stir it, and we're done. I'm just gonna bowl this up. What happened to all the spinach? Let me just try a little bit. Oh, perfect. If I must say so myself, it's so creamy, it's so rich, and it's tasty. It's probably better to do this outside, but I'm just spraying a sheet pan with olive oil spray. I've got my fish all laid out here, so now I'm just gonna lightly salt and pepper them. I'm going to set our oven to 375, and I'm going to get to work on a creamy, crusty coating of pecorino romano. You have to say it like that. Eventually, you have to learn to say that. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of mayo. Now, 2 tablespoons of sour cream. If you don't get this recipe right, it'll be horrible. I'm supposed to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Have you ever seen lemons this big? They don't even fit in my squeezer. I'm going to add a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of oregano, and a teaspoon of basil. Now here's the piece of resistance. Pecorino Romano, freshly grated. I hope this works. Oh yeah, baby. That's the consistency I'm looking for. Let's put our little minnows in the oven for 8 minutes. While our fish is roasting away in the oven, I have to let you all know the famous celebrity restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks, is on her way over here for dinner tonight. And, well, I'm overjoyed, although I should curb my euphoria. You see, we've been seeing each other for countless ages, yet she doesn't seem interested in marrying me. If only I could show her how happy she would be married. It's been more like 9 minutes. You're not going to see much. We still have some work to do. We've got to put our saucy paste all over these. I'm supposed to spread our paste evenly over the top of all the fish. It doesn't say in the directions how, so I'm using a brush, pastry brush. Now we're going to put our little river runts under the broiler for like a minute or 2. Yes, the broiler. It's been about 2 minutes. Let's get them out. Now they're looking really good. I'm so proud to have with me here tonight the famous celebrity restaurant and food critic, Miss Lulu Cheeks. And well, thank you so much for dining with me at my tumble-down trailer house tonight. And you had a chance to daintily devour my cream spinach and my pecorino romano crusted bluegill. And I'm really anxious to hear what you thought of them.
They were both really, really good. I thought the fish was cooked very nicely. It was done to perfection, and the coating was very nice. And the cream spinach was excellent. I enjoyed both. They were a great combination.
I never did fish quite like that. It was quite good.
Yes, it was.
You know, Miss Cheeks, I can call you a Lulu now. You know, neither of us has ever been married, but can you imagine how being married just might feel?
Yes, I once had a stone stuck in my shoe for 10 hours.
Huh? Can I have a hug?